हेलो बच्चों, आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे लॉज ऑफ मोशन। My purpose is follow entire CBSE, NEET and IIT-JEE. You can join all the classes daily. Time is 4 to 6. Today I take only one class for 1 hour and I passed out from the IIT Delhi having rank AIR 9. I completed mechanical engineering. Details you can see on the YouTube description. Laws of motion is foundation of entire physics, entire career you have. First, I discuss about the first law, which tells about the quality of force. I am telling you what is the character lead by the first law. You have studied that a body tends to remain in the rest or in the motion, and it maintains the same condition. If you are in the rest, you remain in the rest. If you are in the motion, you try to maintain the such motion always. I am giving an example. If you are sleeping on the bed, you always think that I remain in the bed 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You think that maintain the sleeping, but you are in the motion. If you are running, if you are walking, if you are traveling from India to London, so try to remain in the plane, and plane also try to remain in the motion. So you are also motion, you are also in the motion, and aeroplane is also in the motion. So it is a natural law. You can think of this. I am telling that if you study about the first law of motion, then at a body at rest remain in rest, and if undergo in motion, then its motion is also continued. If or when external is applied. External force is applied. Then there is change in inertia. So what is inertia here? Initially, I not told you about the inertia, but finally, I written here in the defining, that is there is what inertia. So what do you mean by the inertia in this case? Inertia is property to remain in the rest. It is character to remain in the motion, that is called inertia. So when external force act in the nature, not force by the body, not force by the your body, not by the force of the car, not by the force of the you are running, you are walking. So there is what? External force act from the nature. So force not created by the car, not created by the aeroplane, it is created by the external agency, external system that change your rest, that change your motion. Motion can increase or decrease. So that is changes possible. So I am discussing about the inertia. So what is inertia? You can ask me one question. Inertia is basically measured by mass. You can say M. This mass is what inertia. I am giving an example. If a truck has more mass, and this is in the motion, it has velocity 60 km per hour. Again, there is a scooter has a small mass, less mass, and it is also traveling with same velocity 60 km per hour. So when you apply external force like brake of the truck, like brake of the scooter, you are applying external force. Agency is to apply, that is what brake, not by the engine of the truck, not by the engine of the scooter. So what will happen? It is has more mass, then this demand more external force. External force is what? Large. But in the scooter, external force is small. So that is what? Mass is greater, then inertia is greater. Mass is smaller, then inertia is smaller. So you can say mass is basically here inertia. In the straight line, in the straight line motion, inertia is basically equal to the mass. Inertia is equal to the mass. This is very clear. You can say when a body is rotating, when a body is moving in the circular path, so what will happen? In that case, not only mass, there is radius is required, square of radius. So that is called what? Moment of inertia in the rotational motion. So I am writing here for the hint, for the regulation, for the thinking in the rotational motion. There is what? Moment of inertia. And this moment of inertia is written as I is equal to mass into square of radius. Details I discuss in the rotational motion chapter. So inertia is here in the every type of motion. When is motion in the one dimension, when motion in the linear motion, and when body rotate around the circle, around the circular path. In both cases there is what? Moment of inertia. So in general book there is three types of inertia. I am talking about the linear motion. First motion in straight line. Everyone in the class, I should see that everyone know the concept basically. So inertia in the linear motion, I am talking. In the straight line motion, in the one dimensional motion, there is three types of inertia. Inertia of rest, inertia of rest. There is inertia of motion. Then I am calling here inertia of direction. You know, direction of vector is very important. So when you are rest, then what will happen? When a body, a car is not moving, a bus is not moving, what happens there? I am talking about the rest, inertia of rest for the body. There is chair, or a person is sitting in the bus on the chair, and bus is also at the rest. Bus is at rest. So this is what? Inertia of rest. But there is motion. What happens here? Bus is in motion. Bus is in motion, what happens here? This chair is connected with the bus at rest, and again it connected with the engine. So when driver start the engine and force act, what happens here? Force act in this direction. That is what? There is apply external force. Force external here by the engine, by not this person who are sitting on the chair. So that force divert this person in this direction. This person go backward, legs move forward and he go backward. So this is what? Leaning of man takes place. That is what? Inertia of motion. Again there is force applied. Bus is moving here. There is chair again. A person is sitting here. And there brake is applied. Yani again external force by the brake, not internal. There is always external motion in this case also. So what happens? This has maintained velocity v in the motion. Their body also maintains velocity v. But what happens when brake is applied? Then body come at the rest. Body on chair come at the rest. But this part is also in the motion. So this person move in this direction forward. It move forward. So that is what? Leaning motion, leaning of man, and forward motion of head, you can say. So both comes under the leaning and brake applying. Both comes under the inertia of motion. Third one is what? You are sitting in the back seat of the car. What happens? I am taking about the inertia of direction. Inertia of direction. When I told you, I communicated you are sitting in the, this is driver, this is position of you. There is driver, there is position of you in the car. Driver take right turn. Driver take right turn. So what happened? You move opposite to the turning of the car. So in that case, you can fall in the road also. So this is a car. This is a car. You have Mercedes there is driver, or you are sitting on this seat. So when car takes right turn, you can move opposite, left turn. So in this case, what happens basically? This applied brake, that is force of external force by the brake, but you was motion in the straight line, V in straight line, straight. So you can fall down on the road, fall down on the road in the straight motion. So direction changes, then also inertia changes. This is the concept for the total inertia, which depends on the mass. You know. So in the first law of motion, you know that quality is indicated about the force, and that force is external. If you are in the motion, not you apply from your body any force, but nature apply what external force, that is here. So on my body, I am applying force by movement of the hands, So this is a force you see here. But earth is also applying force on my body. Again, suppose there is electric current in this room, in this classroom. So electric field also create what? Electric force. Again, air is blowing, air is flowing, air is going outward. That also apply force on my body. So in this body and in the nature of the body, any multiple forces are applied from the different directions also. So there is a contact force. I am moving hand upward. I moving this marker, you can say. Yeah, you can say this body I am applying force by the touching, by the contact, and earth is not touching me. I am not contact with the earth, but force is applied by the gravitation. So force is applied by the touching or without touching. Electric current charges apply force on my body. That is what electric force. Air is applying force without touching. So I either touching or non-touching. Many things are there which come in contact to apply force on the body, which may be not in contact but apply force on the body, on the system. So on any body, many type of forces are applied. which are called external force. External force. So on any body there is mass, there is earth. Earth is applying force in this direction, air is applying force in this direction. Air, electric current may apply force, electric charge, flow, electric current also apply force. So many forces are acting on the body. So I am not telling about the direction, I am not telling about the contact. Without contact भी forces काम कर रहे हैं. So there are basically contact force and there is what? Field force. Field force. So there is what? Earth. Earth applied. Example is here. Earth applied gravitational field force. Gravitational field force. Without touching, without coming in the contact, the earth apply force. Similarly, in class 12, I told you that there is electric field also. Another example is what? Electric field. So many field apply force to your body, to the car, to the any body in the nature, to the plants, without contact and with contact. So I am writing here because you know about the vector. In a body, F1, F2, F3 and many other forces, n number of forces, that is equal to what? I am writing here total force acting on the body. So quality of force is what? Contact force on the field force without touching or without not touching. So many forces are acting on the body. I am telling in the first law. So you don't think that first law is not explaining the force. It is giving the quality of the force. Quantity of force सेकेंड लॉ में बात करेंगे और करेक्टर ऑफ फोर्सेस थर्ड लॉ में बात करेंगे. 50 न्यूटन 100 न्यूटन 100 में, और करेक्टर में 50 तरह का 20 तरह का 10 तरह का फोर्स का, उसकी बात करेंगे थर्ड लॉ में. So what is here applied here? First law is here applied. Application in physics. Of the first law. So inertia is basically conservation. Inertia is basically body as not working. when it is at rest, not work for the motion. When it is in the motion, not work for the rest. So concept of inertia, concept of conservation, concept of not working for the self is given here, so that conservation of momentum, conservation of energy also based on the first law of motion. Again, if you tell about the conservation of momentum, conservation of the energy, then again all conservation in the science based on what? First law of motion. So all conservation of mass, momentum, energy, charge is based on first law of motion. Before going to the second law, I am asking a question. You have know the name of Newton. Up to 25 years, he was not go to the school for any education, and after that, in the Texas University, he was a peon. And is it possible that such person which are not educated is able to propound the laws of motion? So I need answer in the next class. Tomorrow 4 p.m. exact. So 6 days I teach about the CBSE, NEET and IIT-JEE, and problems are based on the all part of the physics, and I focus on the concept of the H.C. Verma book, and all questions are basically based on that book also. Thank you very much. In next class we meet and study about the second law of motion.